What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. K-Rino. Um, I just missed saying Friday Night Live by 2 minutes. Missed it by 2 minutes, but hey, we'll take Saturday morning. We'll take Saturday morning live. I apologize to y'all because I was supposed to be on here an hour ago, but I fell asleep. I dozed off, man. And I don't know why I dozed off, but I dozed off. But nonetheless, here I am, an hour late. Shout out to L, man. L, you starting the day off instantly, man, with a super chat, and I appreciate that, L. I appreciate the love, and I appreciate your ear. Appreciate your ear. I appreciate your mind, because you are always listening to these radical rhymes. But I appreciate that, man. Um, Y'all come on in here and hit that like button as you come in. Y'all know the routine. Y'all know the speech. I ain't gonna give it too hard, because I ain't gonna be here long tonight. I'm not gonna stay with y'all too long tonight. I should have been on here. Now, I will say, if the engagement is good, if we get to really going in on some good topics and chopping it up, and the conversation gets intense in a good way, in a positive way, I might hang a little longer. But if not, we'll just keep it regular. Y'all click the like as y'all come in. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And please turn on all your notifications. Y'all know why. I don't have to tell you why. All right. So let's get it on. This is an open topic. I've been doing a lot of open topics lately. I'll get back to some topics. I had some things on my mind I wanted to go into, but then I changed my mind. I was like, nah, we'll wait. So we'll definitely do the open topic thing, which means that whatever's on y'all mind, ask me, talk about or discuss, or ask me to discuss. If I know it, we'll speak on it. If not, then let y'all teach me. It's all good, man. No ego. There's no ego on this side, man. We good. So let's get it on, man. Like I say, this will all be based on y'all's engagement in the conversation. So the more y'all bring it, the better I'll become. Yeah. Let me see. Is that rolled up? Rolled up. What's going on, rolled up? How can an inanimate object move something that's living? Yeah, man, that's from Holla at Me. I had to ask myself that question at the time when I wrote that song. Like, we look at so many things that are not alive, and we give those things power over us. Those things have power over us. It's like they actually speak to us, and they're not even alive. You got a pepperoni pizza talking to you, telling you to come eat me. You got a blunt saying, come smoke me. Some cocaine saying, come sniff me. These are the things that we fight with. L says, peace to Spencer. Okay, y'all, let's get it on. Ooh, hold on, Alyssa, you did what? What you do, Alyssa? Alyssa says, Big Brother K, I made a video for Red Rum Intensive Care. Ooh, and a remix of Don't You Go to... Look, I'm going to tell y'all, that Intensive Care by Red Rum, ooh, that's one of my favorites of all time. Wow. Where'd you find that? You found it on YouTube? God's dummy, I did forget. I'm like the little boy on Home Alone. I got something for you, though. I'm glad. You know what? Now I'm glad I forgot, because I got something for you. to add to make up for it too. I got something for you, bro. So I'm glad I forgot. You gonna be glad I forgot too when I send you what I have for you. So man, I'm glad. Let me write this down. Let me put this in front of me. Let me put this in front of me right now. So I got you covered, man. All right. I got you covered. I got you covered, my brother. You're gonna be glad though. This one time you're gonna be glad that I forgot. EDJ, what's going on? Man, I'm gonna tell you something, EDJ. That was almost my topic tonight. Remember I said this is an open topic. I started to do a topic, but I changed my mind. But we can go into it a little bit. You said, what do you think about Latinos using the N-word as a term of endearment? Word is that in Houston is widely accepted. It is widely accepted in Houston. I'm one of those people that feel like we just need to bury the word, period. I understand all of the term of endearment and all that, but like I say, the history of that word cuts deep for black people. Some black people don't care. But the history of that word cuts too deep. And the meaning behind that word coming from some people is not a term of endearment. So even if we try to claim it and say, well, we're taking it back and we remixing it and using it, nah, it's still the word that I feel we should not use as black people, white people, Latino, anybody, Asians, nobody should use the word. Because also, and it's funny because we had GT Garza on the podcast last night, and Kisto asked him about that. And I won't reveal what he said. I'll let y'all see the episode when it came out. But my point was there are a lot of negative slurs that are applied to every race. So if somebody outside of each race was taking a negative slur and throwing it out like it was cool towards other races, they wouldn't like that. So to the black people who don't like the N-word and they give the reasons why, the reasons I mentioned, I just feel like it's something that should be respected. It should be respected, because, you can't tell me how I feel about something. And if you don't know the history of it, or if you don't care about the history of it, then that's an issue you got to resolve within yourself. But yeah. Deeper elevation. Yeah, I'll be done by the time I get to Denver. We're coming August 8th. August 8th, we will be in Denver, Colorado. We will be there. So the album will be done. My latest album, The Industry, will be there. Oh, appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, Alyssa, I'm going to tell you who that was, Alyssa. I think, don't quote me on this, I think that was Dr. Abdul Halim, who was a guest on our podcast a few weeks back. I think that was him talking on that song. I think. Yeah. Open topic, man. What's on y'all mind? Let's talk about it. Let's figure it out together. DJ Overtime. New Bill. What's going on? August ain't long to wait. Only time August is long to wait is if I keep pushing it back like I've been doing for the last all year, really. Pushing the album back. I'm trying to get it right. What's up, Connie? D Razor. Hey, D Razor. I appreciate you. Appreciate the donation. D Razor, my brother. Thank you so much, man. Blessings to you. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. I was about to say I'm gonna try to keep up, but every time I say that, I don't. So act like I didn't say that I was gonna say that when I said it anyway. Q Marshall. Q Marshall says, my question is, do you see class division a must to unite like minds? Class division. Class division is a construct, you know, based on economics, in my opinion. Um, I wouldn't say that class division is a must. I would say the division of different mindsets that don't mesh and don't have the same objective in terms of the goal of unity. I think that's a must. Those different mindsets have to be separated. So if you got someone with a hateful, racist mindset, someone with a superiority complex mindset, a tyrannical mindset, and you have people who just want freedom, justice, and equality, people who just want to be equal, treated equal, people who just want to have their own without being oppressed or discriminated against or hindered, you know, separate, do for self. No Bill, you listen to Bass Reeves? I got to go back and listen to Bass Reeves. What's up, Josiah? I see you, man. Welcome back. Uh-oh. Jonathan C., you all right with me? Love when y'all mention the podcast, man. Love it. Love it. Jonathan C. said you and Kisto had a great interview with Mafia Genie and Muhammad 2G. See, you old school because you said Mafia Genie. See, you know him then. You know. But yeah, man, the latest episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast is up. It's about 48 hours old at this point, and it does feature Mafia Genie, who's currently Aries the Dangerous Don, and the great Muhammad 2G. And yeah, it's a really, really, really good conversation, man. And so I would advise everybody, all y'all who claim y'all rock with me, y'all go check out the podcast every Wednesday. See, we like a TV show. You can depend on us. We come on every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Unless something happens. We have technical difficulties sometimes. But for the most part, every Wednesday at 9 p.m., the show is going to air. Tila interview as well. Yeah, all of them. Check them all out. Check them all out. Fanbo Podcast says Antoine Massey got caught today in Holly Grove. Somebody cashed in on 70,000. The reward was 70,000. Yeah, somebody cashed in because you best believe when you put that reward out there, all those same people who be hollering about I ain't no snitch. I live by the code. I ain't snitching out here. Well, those same people gonna be like, if you come now, he's standing right over there. There's a porta potty right next to a tree. They're gonna tell in a minute for that 70 racks. Yeah. King David, where you at, King David? Where you located at? King David. Yeah. So that wasn't Brother Robert Muhammad. That's why I said don't quote me on that, because it sounded like him, but you're right. You could be right. I'm not. That's why I was like I wasn't sure. DJ Overtime says, would you do more songs of Zero? Yeah, of course, anytime. Yeah. Mac T, what's up, Mac T? This is open topic, y'all. So, like I say, I don't plan to be long, but if we get it going, we get it going. You know how it go. Terrence Miller says, "Can you speak on June 27th and what it means to you?" Um, what it means to me is another way that the remembrance and the legacy of Screw can be acknowledged. That's simple. Anything that can keep Screw circulating is a good thing. But also, what it means to me is an opportunity for my homie Big Demo to get some love as well. Because while true screwheads know that June 27th is Big Demo's birthday, the rest of the year, Demo gonna get love, but he get big love on this day. And I appreciate that. I like that. And I love that for him. So those are the two things. And I guess the third thing, if we're gonna make a trifecta, I guess the third thing would be um, how June 27th unites the city of Houston. It unites the city of Houston. This is a holiday. This is a holiday, so it unites the city. So those are the three things that I would say. That's a really good question. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is that Pinto Sound? When will the K-Rino and Gangsta Nip album be out? I said hopefully before 2030. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a shame. We gonna do it though. You got to line up. Yeah, we ain't gonna say it will be fire. We gonna say it will be. Mm-hmm. Alyssa, I'm scared to meet you in person because you might put me in a headlock if I don't sing that song. Q Marshall, what it be? Rolled Up says, what do you feel about psychedelics use with the intention of consciousness exploration to consciously search for a deeper understanding about? I think we can do that without the use of psychedelics. Because if we say that psychedelics is the mechanism that we'll use in order to have the exploration of our consciousness, then how do we monitor, how do we exercise control of exactly how to maneuver through that, to do that? Meaning that, do I take this much of it to go to this dimension of my mind? We have no way of saying, we just do it and hope for the best, from what I'm understanding. So I just believe that uh, tapping into our God conscious is something that we can do without the use of any type of assistance, or what we perceive to be assistance or enhancement from something outside of ourselves. Like, how can an inanimate object rule something that's living? Everything is in us. It's already here. It's not outside of us. We just don't know how to tap into those deeper realms of self. We just don't know how to do it. Man, I lost my spot. I lost my spot. crap. Okay, I found it. I found it. Here we go. No, I wasn't in the booth with SPM. I did some work over at Dope House. Yeah. EDJ says, then by hood culture and the acceptance and success of rap music and hip hop commenced the emulation and melting pot. Yeah, we all are guilty. Yeah. Blacktastic, what's going on? Yep, hit that like, y'all. Why'd you shoot slugs at DJ Premier, Alyssa? What made you shoot a slug at Primo? That's the legend. That's the big homie. Massini Choice, I see you. All right. Onion Burst, I see you, man. Subscribe to the channel, Onion. Don't be a stranger. Yeah. Open topic, y'all. And okay, where we at? I don't know why I keep getting lost. Man, come on, Fambo. Respect. Triple OG salute to Walter Scott of the Whispers, man. Man, I saw that earlier today. RIP to the great Walter Scott. One of the twins, man. One of my favorite groups, the Whispers, man. May you be remembered forever, and may Allah be pleased with your good work. Yeah, that was a strong one now. I'm glad you brought that up. I heard they tore down the graffiti park out here. I haven't been moving around much. Ron Phelps says altered state of consciousness. Deeper Elevation says, with the rise of AI generated music, how do you see technology impacting the spiritual essence of hip hop? Well, I don't, because the key thing is the true spiritual essence of hip hop is going to always exist as long as real hip hop heads and lovers of hip hop continue to do it in its pure form. That's going to be separate from that AI stuff. People are gonna take the shortcuts and do the AI thing, and then that's cool. Whatever you get out of it, fine. But it's just gonna, in my opinion, gonna break down to the purists on this side and the technology advocates on this side. Meaning, because we're all technology advocates. We all use technology and modern technology even as a purist, because there was a time where there was no Pro Tools to make your music and do things faster like we can do now. So that's a technology advancement. But I'm talking about when you sit down and in its rawest form, you have a pen in your hand, or even if you use your phone and put your lyrics in, you do it on the phone, whatever. It's still the creative aspect from your mind to whatever thing that you put the lyrics from. You transfer them from your mind to the paper, or from your mind to the phone. You spit them on a microphone, whether you holding your phone and the mic is right here, and you got a piece of paper like me, and you spit them off the paper. That's the essence. That's the essence. And the spiritual is coming out of you. It's not coming out of an AI scenario. It's not coming like that. So I don't think it's something that a purist concerns himself with. Maybe I think the only thing we may concern ourselves with is the takeover of distribution of the art, to where the purists will struggle to even benefit from their own art, because we already seeing that with the streaming and all that stuff. Yeah. New Bill says, what happened? Why I got a navy blue crown? I don't know where these crowns come from. I see them on a few of y'all's posts. I don't know what that means. I thought that was something y'all was doing. Yeah. Somebody tell me what that is. John Saunders says, what up, K? Just got done listening to Big Pokey Fork Talk. So dope. Shout out to Big Pokey, man. Yeah. Metro Pieces. What's going on? Walaikum salam, OG me. Man, I appreciate the love, man. We'll meet. Where you at? One of these days we'll cross paths, inshallah. Original Boss Lady, what's going on? Yeah. Okay. Mike Ping is in the building. Number games with Zachary K. I gotta look at that again. I gotta look at it. John. Massini Choice is in the building. Yeah, man. Jimmy the Whispers, man. Come on. Well, John, to answer your question, I think in the time of SPM, you didn't have all the social media and all these podcasts and all. It was a different day, so people would say things, and there was no immediate way to backlash, no immediate way to respond, for the public to respond, or for the public to even get wind of it like it is now. So if Mexican OT goes on a platform and uses the N-word, it's instant. The news is instant these days, you know. Whereas if SPM or anybody else, does it back 25 years ago, even makes a song or whatever, it's not gonna circulate like that. Don't make it right coming from anybody, because look at the date you put. You put 2002. That's 23 years ago. Lots changed, and people get called instantly to task based on what they say now. That's why you either know what you're talking about when you say it, you either be cautious and don't say it, you say it and you stand on it. Those are your options, and you deal with the consequences of either one. But no one should say that word, just in my opinion. Josiah said, do I listen to any rock? Maybe old school rock. Yeah, every blue moon. I don't do the metal. So nah. Let me see. T10 says Trump went to Africa. Trump went to Africa? What did he do? Much love, LeBeau. Phantom Face Final. Yeah, man. These toilet paper. Y'all know why I call them toilet paper MCs? Well, you just put a drop of water on some toilet paper, it'll put a hole right in it. Just run right through them. Toilet paper. Disposable. That's why I said sugar water. They sweet. EDJ says, if you had to choose one, would you rather have someone perceive you as their equal and emulate you, including using the N word, or look down on you and your culture and not say shh to you? Um, Neither one, because if you view me as your equal and you say, okay, man, I respect that guy. See, if you respect that person, then you don't violate anything that will be deemed to be disrespectful to that person. So if you view me as an equal what? An equal human being, an equal a person who is deserving of respect, person of integrity, then if that person tells me, well, hey man, I'm not really comfortable being called that. Even if I didn't mean no harm, what's up, my? And say, man, you may not have known, brother, but I'm not really comfortable being called that. I'm trying to erase that word from my circle of existence, if at all possible. I gotta respect that and say, okay, oh man, you know what, my bad, bro. I'm, because I may be used to talking like that to somebody else that does accept it. Now as for the back half of what you said, you talking about people who look down on me and they really hate me and my culture, but they don't say it to me. They still saying it away from me, and they're thinking it when they're around me. So it's like covert versus overt. It's like the devil you see and the devil you don't see. You know that's like when people argue the difference between Democrats and Republicans. They say, well, I respect the Republicans because I respect Trump because he basically lets you know he don't like you. And I don't trust Biden because he acts like he likes you, but he really don't. It's all the same. It's all the same. You know, I want respect all the way across the board. But that's a good question. What is this? Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Mike says they be all on lives. Think they give points for the most interactive. Hmm. Oh, okay. The crown is for who comment the most on the live stream. Okay. New Bill says, how many rappers do you think cut and paste songs? Uh, I'm sure it's a fair share. When you say cut and paste, what exactly do you mean, though? Because I got an idea of what you mean, but I'm not 100% sure. The Sosa says most of the industry. I mean, like I said, depends on what you mean. What do you mean? Let me see. Massini Troy says, is it true Westbrook to the Rockets with K? I heard that. I've been hearing that circulating around. I don't know how that'll work. I thought they wouldn't cool no more, but who knows? I would love to see Westbrook come off our bench and we could win us a ring with both of those guys together without Harden. That would be interesting. We need more. We need some more though. We need a lot more. I think we need a couple of more pieces. I think we need more shooting. But I could deal with Westbrook. But I have heard that. I don't know how much truth is in it. Yeah. Deep Elevation says, what's the moment in your career, maybe behind the scenes, that changed how you saw the industry forever? It's a couple. When I was told by record labels a long time ago they wasn't gonna sign me because of my affiliation with the Nation of Islam and putting it in my music, I looked at the game differently. When I heard other artists that were on major labels talk about how the labels would constantly try to push them to keep putting out negative content when they wanted to put out positive content, it made me look at the industry different. When I saw how they would promote and market violence, drugs, sexual content, pimping, hoeing, women half naked, it made me look at the industry different. When I saw, even recently, when I saw that devil Leo Cohen being asked about that very thing, how they push and promote negative content on those labels, and he say, hey man, I got a family to feed, I got people to feed, and justifying it by saying that, looked at the industry different. So there's a bunch of moments that let us know that this industry is not for us. They'll give you a little money, you'll get a name and some fame, but in reality, you ain't nothing but a dollar to them, mixed in with a bigger agenda. When I heard about the meeting that they had with record executives and heads of the prison industrial complex with a plan to get artists to put out negative content to feed to the community, to put it in the community, put it in the youth's mind to act on what they're hearing in the records and then feed the prison system, I looked at the industry different. So many ways we can go. Yeah. Clyde Willis, what's going on? Username. Username says there's some double bass in your music. Some songs like Plantation Rebellion are like rock. Yeah. I got a few little rock type tones on some songs, Yeah. Straight Dog says AI likes K-Rino, says it's known for his incredibly dense, multi-layered lyrics. And they could describe, but it's not something that I want to use to create. I don't want to get lazy. I don't never want to give technology a promotion over my mind. I'm not going to demote my own mind and promote technology to think for me in terms of my art. Now, are there positive and good uses that could be? I'm sure, absolutely. I won't doubt that, but I'm not going to demote my mind ever because we're getting lazy, you know. But that's just my opinion. No knock, no knock. I don't want nobody who use AI to be like, man, hey man, do you? I'm just talking for me. Yeah. Codeine, what's up, Dean? When will we get the song Toilet Paper? I might have already made it. Yeah. What did you say? Metro Fire Section A from With You. Rough IQ and DVX is what I meant. Hold on. Fire Section. I don't know. I don't think I understand what you're saying. Hmm. Say Jimmy says, I'd like to know why Trump bombed Iran. Trump bombed Iran because he can. And like I say, man, anything Trump related, we have to understand that this man is fulfilling a purpose. He's sending America to hell on a rocket ship, like Mr. Farrakhan said he would do. So sometimes, man, we just gotta um let prophecy be fulfilled sometimes, man. We don't have to, we can look at the individual and know that he is a evil individual, but when the ultimate purpose of the evil individual's actions, when it comes to fruition, and it's going to be something of good because it's going to force us to do for self and unify, it's going to accelerate the destruction of this country whether we like it or not, and it's going to usher in the new world, because all he's doing is help to push the old world out. So we can get mad, but if we look at it in the big picture, we're like, well, hey, you know what? Hey, as weird as this sounds, he's ushering in a new world. He's helping to usher in a new world. But he's an idiot now. Don't get it twisted now. Yeah. Let me see. Xavier says, what up, brother K-Rino? Do you have a show on August 22nd in Houston? I do. I do. Come on through. Send me an email, Xavier. I'll send you the flyer. Where'd you see that at? Where'd you see that that I had a show on the 22nd? Dollar bill, y'all. Yeah. That's a smart city in Arizona, Michelle. Wow. Wow. Oh, okay, cool. So you probably already got the information in, but I'll send you the flyer anyway. Yeah. Well, we could say theater for the masses and stuff, LeBeau, but man, when you the one experiencing that stuff, man, it ain't theater, it's real life, bro. See, a lot of times we'll be way over here and we'll see stuff that's going on way over there, and we're, oh man, that ain't nothing but that's a psyop, this. Man, them people that's going through that, man, that's they going through hell. And our theater is coming soon. Yeah. Look, man, we got to know what times and the days that we're living in, man. This type of stuff, it's chaos going on in every direction. You can't turn your head in any direction and not see it. Hmm. Mitchie 450. Yep. R.I.P. to 3-2. Fred G. Is that E-Bomb? Man, thank you. Suicide Note. Man, people don't really talk about that song. I appreciate that, E-Bomb. I may have to make a different version of a suicide type song. Bring it more up to date. Yeah. Kevin Robinson Jr. says, "What up, K? What do you think about Ace Bailey asking for a trade the day after being drafted by Utah?" Um, Let me think about this one for a second. I heard that he didn't go to any of he didn't work out for nobody. He didn't do nothing. He had there were certain destinations that he said he didn't want to play, like Philly and stuff like that. I don't really know what his end game is, what his motive is, or what he's trying to be. I'm certain that he has a team in mind or a place in mind where he wants to go, but he's not the first or the last that will be dissatisfied with his draft destination. But what I would say, because Utah is not a place typically where a lot of black dudes want to really go play. Free agents don't go to Utah. You've never seen Utah have a big splash free agent signing. Somebody, uh, LeBron James signs with the Utah Jazz and free agents. You're not going to see that. What I will say about Ace Bailey, because I did hear that he said he didn't want to go to a team that was going to bring him along slowly, where he had to play behind established guys. Utah is a good place for him to not have to deal with that. They don't have nobody. So if he went to Utah, which is who drafted him, he's going to play. He's going to start, and he's going to get a lot of time. He's going to get thrown right into the fire. He's going to play. Now, I don't know if he got somebody in his ear saying, nah, his agent, his whoever, I don't know, but he get a lot of playing time in Utah. And if I'm not mistaken, double check that for me, Kevin, if you can, but didn't they get Walter Clayton? Did they get Walter Clayton Jr. and him? Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, they got Walter Clayton. So they basically have two solid picks, young guys that they can start building their foundation from off of that. And both those guys could potentially start, definitely play a lot of minutes. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll take him. We'll give Utah Cam Whitmore for him. How about that? I like Ace Bailey. I think that Ace Bailey um, would be better than Cooper Flagg. But that's just me. Yeah. Philip K says, okay, you quoting Ecclesiastes. It said, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Yeah, I heard someone speaking on that years ago, because when you know things, think about what the prophets had to feel. I think about what Minister Farrakhan feels. When you know what's coming, but the people don't know, and the people ain't moving fast enough and in accordance, that could be a sorrowful thing. Like, man, y'all don't know, man. I'm telling y'all. It's like you telling a young kid, hey, man, say, man, you need to get out these streets, man. I'm telling you, man, these folks out here, they waiting on you, man. And they don't listen. Then you see it happen, like, man, let's straighten it out. Anybody who haven't hit the like button, y'all please do so for your big brother now. This is an open topic. Y'all dropping it, man. I appreciate that. God's Dummy says, Ace reminded me of when Francis didn't want to play in Vancouver when he got drafted. Yeah, and this, to my knowledge, this is the first time we've seen this in a while. Usually these young players that's coming out now, they don't care where they go. I haven't seen in a while. I can't remember the last time a player was like, "Oh man, I don't want to play that. I don't want to play that." So this is the first time I'm seeing this in a minute that I can recall. But yeah, Francis is a great example, because when he got drafted to the Vancouver Grizzlies, I mean, when the Vancouver Grizzlies, I think, were in consideration to draft, were considering drafting him, he was like, "Oh man, I don't want to go there." But I've also saw a lot of situations where guys started off not happy where they went, and then it worked out. Or guys thought they was happy where they went, and it didn't work out. So I mean, look, man, you in the NBA, bro, getting ready to get paid, take care of your family, set up generational wealth. We know this is a business. We know this is an industry. We know that these cats are just dirty, money hungry owners who, they don't care anything about you. They'll trade you off in a minute if you get hurt, or they'll release you or something when you get hurt. So they don't care about you. So I'm all for a player's rights to the player exercising his whatever rights he had to be happy in the space that they're in. So we'll see. EDJ says, what are your thoughts on Juneteenth being turned into a national holiday? Good thing or bad thing? Does it lose its soul and becomes more corporate? Nah, I mean, the awareness in the history and the knowledge of the history of it is a good thing. It needs to be known, because for a while people further up and further out didn't know about Juneteenth. We've been on Juneteenth down here because it's where it popped off at. But yeah, it's circulating. It's circulated as a national holiday now, and there are celebrations all around the country. I was in Detroit on Juneteenth. What was it, last week or whenever that was? I was in Detroit, and that was Juneteenth. I went to a Juneteenth celebration in Detroit, and it was popping at this African History Museum. I mean, it was popping. So even if we look at how America has a tendency to try to commercialize certain things and make them main corporate and things like that, um, there's still a lot of great knowledge and history that's going to be brought to a lot of young people and older people that just didn't know. So I'll take that. It's up to us to block the commercialization of it, to block that side of it, to make our people know, well, hey man, don't get caught up in the watering down of it. You know, stay within the essence of it. But even before that, because you got to understand, like I say, it's kind of new nationally, but even down here before that, there were people, and there's still people who don't really rock with Juneteenth because they say, well, man, I ain't celebrating us finding out that we were so-called free from slavery 2 years after the fact. I ain't celebrating that. You know, so I get that side too, but I also say, well, you know what? For the people who spent them extra 2 years, I bet they were celebrating. So we would show love and acknowledgement and respect for them. You know, ain't they fault? Another good question. Dr. Nopes. What's going on, Dr. Nopes? Says, mind if I ask you what your favorite exercise is? Man, I play basketball, man. That's my cardio, that's my workout, that's my exercise. I have other things I do. But basketball. I'm on the injured list right now, man, because probably gonna be down for about 2 weeks. It's depressing. Yeah. Yeah, Dean, that's another good one. And I don't know if it was that Kobe didn't want to go to Charlotte. You're probably right. I just know that Jerry West really wanted Kobe in LA. So he made the deal with Charlotte. Because Kobe went number 13 in the draft. But the funny thing about it, had Kobe went to Charlotte, he would have played early. At least I believe that. Maybe. I could be wrong. But you know, they brought Kobe along real slow in LA. It took Kobe like 2 years to finally start getting some action. Yeah. Marty Marr, Dead End Motto 713. What's going on, Marty Marr? Man. V Morales, I see you. You ain't late. You right on time. John says slavery is still here. It just changed into wage slavery. People just don't know. Well, yeah. Well, you know, it didn't change into wage slavery because when black people were enslaved, they didn't even get a wage. And then when they came out of slavery, a lot of them went back to the plantation to work because they really didn't have anywhere to go. So then it turned into low wages and sharecropping and all that type. It's always been a hustle. But they got centuries of free labor off of us. But slavery exists in many forms, you know. It's more mental slavery now. Yeah. What up, Doug? Dougie Doug say, do not trade Cam. We will regret it. Depends. We got to see what we get for him. Remember what I just said did you hear a few seconds ago when I said, what if they trade, and I'm just making something up because I was just asked about Ace Bailey. So I made something up. This is not rooted in any real story. I'm just thinking, I'm just making something up. What if they traded Cam Whitmore for Ace Bailey? I would take that. I would take that. And But yeah, but I'm with you. I would like to see Cam get an opportunity if he would step into that 20, 25 minutes a game consistently. But Cam got a lot of mental stuff to work on, man. But so yeah, I like Cam, but you know, anytime it's a trade proposal and a player's mentioned, we'll go, oh no, don't trade. Let's see what they offer. Because I've been seeing it all over the place that they may trade Cam, and they may trade him, you know. But let's see what they talking about. Look at what the Boston Celtics are doing. The Boston Celtics are cleaning house. See? So they traded Drew Holiday, which I was a shock. They traded Porzingis, which was like, whoa. So 2 starters from their championship team just a year ago have been traded. Jason Tatum's gone for pretty much the whole year next year because he tore his Achilles a few weeks ago in the playoffs. He's gone. So you coming back next year with 3 of your starters from your championship team no longer in that lineup. They may just say, Boston may just say, forget it, man. Let's just start over and clean house. And maybe, just maybe, they might put on the table, the Rockets may say, well since y'all cleaning the house, man, going, hey, we'll give you Cam Whitmore and some whatever. Give us Jaylen Brown. You wouldn't take that? I would, because Jaylen Brown's still in his 20s, and the Rockets trying to win now. So imagine a world where you got a starting lineup with Kevin Durant, Amen Thompson, Jaylen Brown, Şengün, and I guess Fred would be the guard, you know, the point guard. So just got to see. Just got to see. Because if we had Jaylen Brown, Amen Thompson, KD, we could win the championship. We got a shot. Y'all go check out the latest episode of Legends 34 podcast. We're not going to turn this into Legends 34. Y'all got to go watch Legends 34 with me and my homie DJ Rec, who is in the chat right now. Xavier, okay, y'all want to turn this to Legends 34. Xavier says top 5 running backs of all time. The only one that I'm gonna put in order is the first one I'm gonna name. That's Earl Campbell. There's no time in history I would take any running back over prime Earl Campbell. So you got Earl Campbell, Barry Sanders, Jim Brown, Walter Payton, and at 5 is always hard. And I know what people are going to say, well, what about Emmett? I respect Emmett, but I'm not just a big Emmett fan like that in terms of just as a running back. He's the all-time leader, but I don't look at Emmett as just, I feel like Emmett, great as he was, benefited from that offensive line that he had all those years. So Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, Jim Brown, Barry Sanders, and I need one more. I'll get back to you on the 5th one. What's up, Brand Blue? Brand Blue is in the building. Okay, let me see where we at. Yeah, I thought about OJ. I was gonna say OJ, but you know, I really, to be honest with you, man, I guess it's gonna sound kind of hypocritical, though. You know what I'm saying? I've seen way more highlights of Jim Brown growing up than I did of OJ. And I was a little boy when OJ was just coming ending his career. But OJ was a bad dude. So I'm a hold. Let's hold on. But yeah, OJ was in my head. I promise y'all, he was in my head. Tony Dorsett, Franco Harris, some great. I'm thinking of the guys I grew up watching, the dudes I saw. I saw Dorsett, Franco, um, Eric Dickerson. Man, it's hard. That fifth one, man. Adrian Peterson. Yeah, Rod Pittman, Adrian Peterson, LT, LaDainian Thomason. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Y'all help me out, man. Yeah, you go. You know what? Derrick Henry, Marshall Faulk. I'm reading y'all's now. Gale Sayers was before my time, like Jim Brown. And Gale Sayers didn't play that long. He got hurt. He didn't really last that long. Let me pick one up. Bo didn't play that long either. He went more to baseball after a while. I'm gonna go with Eric Dickerson, man. I'm gonna say Eric Dickerson until further notice. I was leaning towards the juice though, but I'm gonna take Eric Dickerson as that fifth one. Yeah. Sack Made Music says, do you have any Danger Zone or No Mercy cassette tapes for sale? I don't have any Danger Zone. And if I have No Mercy, I might have like one that I own. And if I sold that one to you, it's going to cost you a grip. Do I have a No Mercy? I like to feel like I had a No Mercy cassette. I got like one around here somewhere. But if I ain't got but one, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. Let me see. I be having stuff, man, that I don't even be realizing that I be having, bro. Yeah. It's a good question. They might got them online somewhere, too. Garrett Haig, what's going on? I appreciate the love, man. Thank you, Garrett. Yeah. Xavier say I haven't been getting the Legends 34 notifications. Yeah, you know what? You gotta check every now and then, man, because sometimes, man, you get locked out the algorithm. But we have a new episode of Legends 34 podcast is up right now, man. Yeah, they probably be locking us out the algorithm some kind of way, man. So yeah, just check it. Just check it every so often, and make sure you got all your notifications on. Cause sometimes they'll take people out of their notification. You did your notification, and then people come back later and say, man, why am I my stuff not notification not on no more? YouTube be on some weird stuff, man. The juice. Stories from Black. I don't have a lot of those old cassettes, man. I think I might have a story from. I might have one story from the Black Book cassette. Like I say, if I sell it, you'll see how bad you really want it. P. Landon, I see you. Savage Philosopher. Savage Philosopher. Am I catching the back end of your comment? Let me see. Savage says, just popped in and heard you mention him. Mention who? Who did I mention right when you was popping in? And you said, oh, OJ. Okay. He said he hired the little crazy dude who killed those folks, but he was watching to make sure he got what he paid for and went up on the scene while it happened, so the glove didn't fit. But what little crazy dude? Who was the little crazy dude that you say he hired? Username: do you believe that the original Israelites were black? Yes. And if so, I'm wondering why you identify as a believer of Islam rather than black Hebrew Israelite. No disrespect. Because the original Arabs, the original Muslims are black. The black man is the original man. So it don't matter if you want to say you're a Hebrew Israelite, if you want to say you're a Muslim, when you trace it all the way back, and when you talk about going back into the language, just the language itself, you speak in Arabic, you speak in Hebrew, you speak in Aramaic. The original languages, those are the original language they spoke by the black man, spoken by the black man. So when people hear Muslim in Islam, in this day and age, their mind automatically goes into current Arab culture. We think about how we visualize an Arab now. The white Arabs with the robes, and that's what we say. So you see the black Muslim and say, well, y'all are following an Arab religion and an Arab culture. And no, that's our original way. So hope I answered that question the right way, and I hope you understand. Good question. Clyde Willis says 8 Ball is an underrated storyteller. I couldn't agree more. I totally agree. Boss Lady says AI makes some artists lazy. I agree. Yeah. No, I ain't no prophet, Garrett. What is DreamCon, Brand Blue? I don't know what DreamCon is. Dr. Nope says, aside from freestyling, do you like jamming or improvising on any musical instruments? Sometimes. When I was younger, I would do that. You get a little older, you just don't be having the energy. Sometimes, though. Y'all asking some good questions, man. Fambo, top 5 wide receivers: Jerry Rice, yeah, Calvin Johnson, Randy Moss, Tim Brown, and Andre. That's a good list. That's a good list, especially statistically. But you ain't got T.O. T.O. is number 2 behind Rice, and I think in a lot of those categories. So I got Rice, I got Randy Moss, I got T.O. And my favorite wide receiver, he may not have the statistical, he may not have the numbers, but my favorite wide receiver all time. See, I played wide receiver. My favorite wide receiver all time is Lynn Swann. Lynn Swann. I hated the Pittsburgh Steelers, but I love Lynn Swann. So yeah, those are 5. Tim Brown is underrated. Andre definitely underrated. Deep Elevation says, out of all your albums, which cover holds the deepest meaning to you? Not just the look, but the message. That's a really good question. Let me think on that for a second. Because I don't do it every time, y'all, but I try to have some meaning behind every cover. I try to have a concept to every cover. I like The Long Short Way. I like Telekinesis, Danger Zone, Yeah, I'm just throwing something out that I know I had to put a little thought behind the concept. Uh, Deprogrammed. Shout out to Jay Walker. Yeah, it's a few of them, but those are some of the ones that come to mind. Yeah. Uh-oh. Man, Torrey Holt. That's a name that don't get mentioned. I like Michael Irvin. I'll throw Michael Irvin in mine too. Hated the Cowboys, but I like Michael Irvin. Alyssa says, Kay, did you see the video for Perfect World? I did see that one. I saw that one. I also did Kid in the Game. I didn't see Kid in the Game in the ABC. I didn't see that. Alyssa, man. Jay said he saved Terry Bradshaw with those spectacular catches. Yeah, Lynn Swan. See, when I saw Lynn Swan jump in the air, and as he jumped in the air, his body was out of bounds. I'm not making this up. If any of y'all young people in here that y'all think I'm making this story up, y'all know, oh man, y'all old school dudes always trying to exaggerate the story and make it more. Go on YouTube. Lynn Swan was running down the sideline. He jumped in the air as the pass was coming. While he was in the air, his body was out of bounds in the air. Somehow, when he caught the ball and landed, he was back in bounds. I ain't making this up, man. Lynn Swan was a bad man. Y'all think I'm making this up? Go look it up. Go look it up if you think I'm making it up. Yeah. Chris B says, reading anything interesting? Yeah, I am. Funny you said that. My homeboy, Smackwater. Y'all probably know Smackwater. He be doing his thing on Instagram. Y'all see him on all the podcasts. That's my partner. He got a book. Him and my homie Caleb Israel, as y'all see. Hip Hop Top 5. And all throughout this book, they talk about just different top fives in rap, like top 5 rap moguls of all time, top 5 hip hop movies. See, this is one right here, top 5 hip hop movies of all time. You know, top 5 producers, and so the whole book is just a list of different top 5s, and they elaborate on it and stuff like that. So, trying to figure out where y'all can get this book. I'll get the information from Smackwater where y'all can get. But this is a cool book. He just gave me this the other night when I went on his show. He got a show on YouTube called Top 5. Yeah. Hip Hop Top 5. I think that's the name of it on YouTube. Yeah. Teacher, tell me how you do it. Y'all go check out the latest episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast as well. Landon, you send me an email? Let me go check it. Breaking, number 3 hip hop movie. He got Breaking on that list. I just glanced at it. It had Breaking, Crush Groove, Beat Street. He had Hustle and Flow. They covered everything. They didn't forget nothing, man. Yeah. Breaking is a hip hop movie. Breakdancing is hip hop. I go all the way back to a movie called Rapping. Mario Van Peebles. Andre Agony, my brother, man, been rocking with me a long time. Yeah, we looking at late July. It'll be done before August. Savage says, I only want legends on my features. That's why I asked. When it's time, I will make sure to be ready. Yes, sir. Look, Doug, I'm going to tell you what I was doing the other night. I was bored. For some reason, don't judge me. About 2 weeks ago, I just came up with the idea that I wanted to list my top 50 cartoon characters of all time. And I did it. Then, after I did that, something in my head says, this is the internet. I'm sure if I put that, type that in on the internet, they'll have a list. And sure enough, they had a list. And one of those lists I saw was so ridiculous. It was cartoon characters I never even heard of before. I said, this must have just been somebody's personal list. They were naming people, cartoon characters I never heard of. But my list, oh yeah, I think my list was solid. Vincent, you're right. Elijah was taken up. You're right about that. Was Colors a hip hop movie, Clyde? Colors was about the gangs, right? Rod Pittman says Turbo from Breaking taught Michael Jackson how to moonwalk. Is that true? That's not what I saw. That Michael Jackson learned how to moonwalk from Jeffrey Daniels. If y'all don't know who Jeffrey Daniels is, that was a group back in the days called Shalimar with Howard Hewitt, Jody Watley, and the third member was a guy named Jeffrey Daniels. And there's an old clip of Jeffrey Daniels on this dance show way long time ago. He was doing the moonwalk, and he used to call it back then, he used to call it the backslide. And that's where Michael Jackson got the moonwalk. He got it from Jeffrey Daniels. Marty said, did you write a song about the cartoon character? Yeah, well, you got to go way back. We ain't gonna say what the title of it was, but yeah, I did it. I didn't post the list, Doug. I actually just I put it in an email and sent it to myself so I wouldn't forget. I'll send it to you when I get off. I'm telling you, I was super bored that night. I didn't have nothing to do. Fambo says Jack Tatum paralyzed Dow Stingley. Still might be one of the hard. I watched that game. That was on Monday Night Football, if I'm not mistaken. They used to call Jack Tatum the assassin. Now it's crazy because now you fast forward to 2025. Dow Stingley's nephew plays for the Texans. Derek Stingley, one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Now, Derek Stingley that plays for the Texans is Dow Stingley's nephew. Same guy who you're talking about got paralyzed by Jack Tatum. Yep. It's crazy. Anybody know the name of my upcoming album? Let's see how many of y'all are up on it. Does the NWA movie qualify? Yeah. That's a hip hop movie. Yeah. But a lot of what I saw in their book was lot of their top fives was old school stuff because you know they old school like me, so I was it resonated with me. It was like, yeah, okay, yeah, Beach Street, yeah, Crush Groove, yeah. If you ask somebody that's maybe 25, 30 years old, what's the top five hip hop movies, you might not see those same names. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We got a few people that know. My boy Dean, my boy Marty. Did you watch pro wrestling when you were younger? Hold on, Dean. Oh yeah, I did. Dr. Nopes, yeah. But I was old school. You know, I was watching Junkyard Dog and King Kong Bundy and Andre the Giant and what's my guy's name? The Midnight Express, Ted DiBiase. Uh, what's my guy name? How am I forgetting? Oh, Mil Moskras, Kamala, the Great Kabuki. Come on, man. The Fabulous Freebirds. Ric Flair. It's my all-time favorite is Ric Flair. Yeah. Those were the guys. Tiger Conway Jr., there you go. Tony Atlas. Woohoo! Ooh, that was a Iceman King Parsons. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Coco Beware. That's what I'm watching. That's what I grew up on. Gorgeous Gino. Mr. Wrestling 2, Mr. Wrestling 1. Yeah, Magnum TA. Superfly, Jimmy Snooker. Come on now. All these people. Jake the Snake. American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. I see y'all. Yeah, that's right. That's the era of wrestling I grew up on. Up until the Hulk Hogan, yeah. By the time that Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Savage, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, I was all that. After a while, I kind of fell out of it. I was like, nah, it got too commercial for me. Just for me. Of course, Junkyard Dog and Stagger Lee. If you know, you know. Yeah. Michelle Wood says first moonwalk was Bill Bailey. When was that, Michelle? How long ago was that? Because you could be right. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Maybe Jeffrey Daniels got it from somebody. Yeah. Ooh, y'all, boy, y'all some old. Y'all old. Y'all naming all these wrestlers I grew up with. If y'all know these wrestlers, that means y'all old. Fred G said Mr. T. I remember Mr. T kind of dabbled in the wrestling for a little while. But he wasn't one of the ones that was, really, really into it. He had the grappler. I remember the grappler. Yeah. Dr. Nopes, you ever seen Dr. Dre and Ed Lover's movie, Who's the Man? I remember that movie. Yeah. I remember that movie. Yeah, Rod, see, I remember seeing Jeffrey Daniels, man. I got to check out who Bill Bailey is. I never heard of Bill Bailey. It's time you went home, Bill Bailey. That's the Bill Bailey you talking about? It's time you went home, Bill Bailey. Time you went home. Brutus the Beefcake. Roddy Piper. Yeah, man. Brutus the Barber Beefcake. What's my man name? I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, those are the wrestlers I grew up. The Iron Sheik. Who the Iron Sheik? Skandar Akbar. Big John Studd. Wahoo McDaniels. Y'all remember Chief Wahoo McDaniel? Big John Stud, Cowboy Billy Watts. See, I'm old school, man. The Great Kabuki. That's my guy there. The Great Kabuki will blow that little green smoke in your face. Yeah. Mil Moskers. They thought they finally had Mil Moskers. They snatched his mask off. He had another one on. These are iconic moments when we was growing up. Man. R.I.P. to the Iron Sheik. Yeah, Roddy Piper, man. Yeah. Steamboat. Yeah, the dragon. What was his first name? His name was something the Dragon Steamboat. I forgot his first name. Haystack Calhoun. Okay, I'm gonna check that out, Michelle. Apollo Theater, 1955. It's time you went home, Bill Bailey. Sergeant Slaughter. I remember Slaughter. Yeah, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Good looking out, Marty Moore. There we go. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. These are all the wrestlers, man. Coco Beware with that doggone bird on his shoulder. Garrett, the next album is in the works. It'll be dropping late next month. We almost done. We got about 75% of the album is completed. Yeah. We'll have the information up soon for the pre-orders. That's the name of the album. I just put the name of the album down in the the thingamajig. So did you know Sergeant Slaughter stepped away from wrestling just so he could be a G.I. Joe toy? Charlie Chaplin back in the 30s? Well, you know, they say nothing new under the sun. But when they asked where Michael Jackson got it from, not necessarily saying Jeffrey Daniels created it, I don't know, but that's where Mike got it from. Mike got it from Jeffrey Daniels. It's even interviews and stuff talking about it. Alyssa says, when you going to throw that globe in the corner? Alyssa, don't tell me you're a flat earther. Please don't tell me that. Please tell me you're joking with me. I keep my globe up there just for the flat earthers to see. The flat earthers look right past me, and they eyes immediately fixate on my globe, and that's how I like it. Okay, for those who saying they're looking forward to the album, y'all ready to get these physical copies? More and more exposure is being brought to how bad they are raping artists with these streams. I just saw Darkchild on the Breakfast Club, and he said something that's really interesting. He said, man, he said 1 billion streams is only enough to maybe pay your rent for a couple of months. 1 billion streams. Everybody is recognizing how diabolical the stream scheme is. So I'm talking to all my people, man, all my supporters, all y'all who rock with me, man. I don't care if you still stream it. Go ahead and still stream it. Go ahead and still get the digital versions of the album. I want you to do that. But I also want you to get these physical copies. Even if you don't have means to play the physical copies, I want you to buy a CD. I want you to buy USB. I'm gonna have USBs available this go around as well. Because if somebody, man, oh, no CD player. Okay, well, bang, here's a USB. I know you got one of them in the modern vehicles. All y'all ballers that's driving these modern cars, I know y'all got a USB. So that's a physical copy. We want y'all to support physical copies because you see these artists, the artists are waking up and they're complaining they're not making no money. Streaming is not paying us, bro. It's not. So if you really support your favorite artist, buy a physical copy from them. I done told the world how to shut the streaming thing down. But it's gonna take somebody with a way bigger name than mine to get it popping. I'm just putting it in the universe. Maybe it'll land on one of these guys hitting brains and they'll go, ooh, and they can start the ball rolling. Yeah. Everybody's looking for the ladder. Thank you, Garrett. Garrett said, I love every album you have. Thank you, man. You got to understand the mind of an artist. We go in different directions on different projects. Dr. Nope says, would you do a Nardwuar interview? Yeah, I'll do it. I ain't got nothing against Nardwuar. He's actually like mentioned me a couple of times, even though he pronounced my name wrong. But what else is new? Yeah. Everybody. Am I gonna do a Houston compilation in the future? I don't know. Maybe I used to do compilations from time to time. I don't know, man. It just I don't like dealing with rappers no more. That's why you don't see a lot of features on my albums. I just like to go in, do my stuff, and be done with it. Because it's just dealing with rappers is a headache, man. I'm a headache. Everybody. Uh-oh, we finna start a flat earth debate. It's too late. It's too late in the game. Let me see. We're going to get off of here in a minute. It's too late in the game to start a flat earth debate. Y'all ain't hit the like button. Go ahead and hit it, man. Yeah. Uh-oh, we got flat earthers. We got some globes and some flat earthers in the building. Oh, let's do it. I'm still had an episode on our podcast. I just got to find two worthy opponents. As soon as I do, two opponents that's willing and worthy. I might do some vinyl this time, Garrett. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Fambo says the CDs is the right way to go. You can see if your favorite artist is really right in the song. Nah, man, Clyde, to be honest with you, that's family. When you talk about Blank and Nip, that's family. So yeah, it's no problem to get any of my SPC brothers, you know. I just don't step outside the family that much no more because I don't like dealing with rappers like that. Not gonna wait 9 months for you to send your verse back. No, that show got canceled, gosh dummy. That show got canceled. I know you're talking about. I'll be in Houston we'll be in Houston. I'm doing Houston on the 22nd. I'll be in Shreveport, Louisiana on the 23rd of August. Yeah. I'm hosting the Screw Fest next weekend, July the 5th. I'll be one of the hosts of the Screw Fest. So if y'all in the city, come hang out with your big brother. Truth Fee says, why do I think it's a ball? Because 10 billion pieces of evidence prove that the earth is round, that it's a globe. There's irrefutable, too much irrefutable scientific evidence that absolutely, unequivocally proves that the earth is a sphere. That's why. Jason says, what would you do the whole collection for? Do I need to make a big mob of dough? I don't know how close I could get to my whole collection. I can get you, it could be a lot of them. You got to email me, Jason, because I don't always have my whole catalog in stock. But email me, we'll put it together. Dean says, Dr. Dave, I'm a Professor Dave. Professor Dave was scorching these cats, man. A lot of guys, they don't take this personal, y'all. You can believe what you want to believe. But you cannot dismiss scientific proof. So when y'all watch these videos, man, these guys who know how to talk, who know how to speak well and make stuff sound good, when science disproves it, man, you got to be real. You got to give it up. You can't just say something. You got to be able to prove what you're saying. And like I tell people all the time, whatever it is that you claim to believe, if you believe it in your heart, you're supposed to always try to even debunk what you believe. I want to try to disprove what I believe to be the truth. That way I can defend it. So when you hear something that sounds good, this is the mistake people make. They hear something that sounds good because people are so slick and making stuff sounds like it makes sense. You don't even go back to try to refute or debunk what they said to make sure it's right. It just sounds good. You go, ooh, yep, that's true. That sounds true. Can't do that. Science proves that Earth is a globe. It's not even, I hate to say it's not even up for debate, but I guess it is. But it's not a worthy debate. But hey, man, believe what you want to believe, man. Yeah. Jimmy says, I don't like too many features on the album. And and that's why a lot of times back in the day, I would do like compilations and stuff. So that way you get all that out the way. But on my own stuff, I just got out of the mode of doing a lot of features, man. Maybe here and there, like say, keep it in the family or every so often. I don't really reach out to other rappers and like, hey man, come jump on something with me. Nothing personal. Yeah. Savage Philosopher says, I am from space. This is not, you're in space right now. So yeah, you're right. We get this notion that because we're on a planet, the planet that we're on is in space. We are in space right now. We're just on a big planet that gives us this false perception that we're just in something else or on something else. We are moving through the universe, whether you think the earth is flat or round. Because I've seen pictures of a flat earth image that's depicted by whoever put it together, and it always shows the flat earth disc in space. So at least we agree on that. At least I think we do. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alyssa's a flat earther. She says she gonna take I'm so tired of balling and don't make a flat earth video. The lack of curvature argument is like, it's just so funny to me. We don't realize how big this planet is that we live on. Appreciate that, Pinto. Oh no, please. And see, that's that. Oh my God. Eric Dubé got y'all messed up out here, boy. You know how Eric Dubé never debates nobody? Eric Dubé just puts his information out and then he hides. He throws a rock and he hides because he's never gonna put himself in a position to be challenged. But there are a bunch of videos that are debunking everything he said because they know he's not gonna debate. So they'll just let me just debunk this dude one by one. But come on, man. I'm gonna leave that alone. Eric Dubé. Oh my God. Is that Mock CC? I think about that all the time. He said, as big as the earth is, it's just a speck in the universe. Man, that's a fact. That's amazing, man. When you think about it, just shows how vast the universe is. For the earth to be like a freaking grain of sand on a continent. That's like, and that may not even be accurate enough to gauge how huge the universe is and how tiny the earth is in relation. There's an image called the pale blue dot, where there was a satellite. I don't know if it was Voyager that had traveled so far out that it had reached the freaking, at this point it's in the interstellar realm of the universe, where the solar system, and it photographed one of its last images. It photographed the earth from like billions of miles out. I'm talking to the science people. I ain't talking to the flat earthers who believe everything is made up and fake. And you can see the earth as this tiny little speck. So what that makes me think of is like when you're standing outside and you look up into the sky at night and you see all these stars and you say, the naked eye, I ain't talking about on the internet, because everything on the internet is fake. There's a lot of fake stuff on the internet, but in y'all mind, anything that y'all disagree with is fake. But you look up into the sky with the naked eye and you see all these bodies, these stars and these different bodies that you see in the universe, and you realize how far away they are. And it makes me wonder, like, God, hey, man, from that viewpoint, seeing the earth as just this insignificant little speck, any life that may exist in that far distance and seeing that speck, if they're able to see it, you're not going to pay any attention. Just like it's another little speck in the sky. Not knowing there's a whole realm of existence right here. Everything we do is right here. So when you look up and you see things, or people, there is a such thing as telescopes for all the EIFs out there. It makes you wonder, like, the universe is too big for it to be us. The universe is too big for it to be us. So there we go. He said the stars rotate around us. Man, look, I've been on here 2 hours. I ain't going now. Y'all should have started this with me earlier. And the only reason why I don't just really go in on these flat earth conversations, because like I said, I'm holding my water because I want to have a flat earth debate on my podcast. And I don't want to just be saying stuff. I want to wait until I get 2 people on the podcast. Then, and I'm going to moderate then. But I ain't going to go in right now. Because everything that y'all are saying, I've heard it. Like, it's been debunked 6 trillion times. It's like, that's why I laugh and I realize, that one again. Oh, that one again. Come on, man. So I'm going to wait. The government, I was waiting to see the government. I'm going to wait until the moment comes where I got 2 people on there that's going to get down. They got to be qualified, though. I don't want to just put anybody up there saying anything. I don't want to be smarter than the people that's up there. I want to be like looking at them like, okay, let's go. So Metro says, I just like watching the battle. That's how I'm going to be. That's how I'm going to be. Yeah. Truthfully say, I sold out. I sold out because I believe in a scientific fact. And what did I sell out to? Where's the money at? When you sell out, a sellout gets a payout, don't they? Don't they get some? Don't they get a prize? Don't they get something? No, I didn't sell out. I just have a brain. I just have common sense. I'm not crazy. I have a discerning mind. I'm able to research and study stuff to mathematically and scientifically prove common sense things. Don't have nothing to do with selling out. It just makes sense. That's all. Yeah. See, I believe in nonsense. Okay. John Mendoza says, imagine if our creator made our bodies to be flat, like flat earthers think the earth is. I don't know. It's funny. Forever greatness, Mia. I just learned about you right now in a video about someone's top 5 favorite rappers. Really? And you came straight, hold on, wait a minute. You just learned about me right now. You came and hung out with me just instantly like that. Come on, man. Salute to you. Salute to you. You just immediately sprung into action and came and hung out with your boy like that. Whose top 5 was it? Whose top 5 was it? Whoever it is, I appreciate, and I appreciate you for coming through. You showed up at the right time. You showed up right when I'm doing a live stream. I do videos every day. Forever greatness. So just subscribe to the channel, keep your notifications on, and you'll see what it is. Yeah, Alyssa, you're probably right. Say without Eric Dubé, we would not even be talking about it. Yeah, you might be right about that. Because that was a resurrection. Yeah. Oh my gosh, man. I'm top 5 in the USA. Hey, look, I'll take it. I'll be top 5 in the USA. I'll be top. You can say I'm top 5 in my neighborhood. If you think enough about me to put me in your top 5, I'd be top 5 on the street I live on. Okay, cool. Thank you. I ain't mad. I appreciate that. It was a YouTuber named Gully Boy. Well, shout out to Gully Boy, man. Salute to Gully Boy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hey, man, look. You could have said I was in the top 99. Hey, we got 5 minutes. Can we get to 100 likes? Who haven't hit the like button? Who in here watching this that haven't hit the like button? Give me 15 likes. Can we get 15 likes in the next 5 minutes? 4 minutes now. If we can't, we can't. If we can't, we can't. 14 more likes. E-Bum, what's going on? Yes, I am the alien baby. Mark CC, what's a state that I wouldn't want to live in? Alaska. Alaska. I wouldn't really. I'm not ever leaving Texas, man. I'm always living Texas. I'm not one of those people that can bounce. Hold on, y'all been holding them likes all this time? Y'all been sitting on them likes all this time. Y'all shot up from 85 to 93. We need 7 more likes, man. I can get out y'all way. Yeah, I'm not one of those people who can just pack up and move and just live anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those people. I'll send that to you, Doug. I didn't even put superheroes on my cartoon list because I separate. I was like, no, I'm not going to include superheroes because that's a whole separate thing. If you start listing putting superheroes, it'll take up half of your top 50. I did regular cartoon characters. But yeah, for sure. Truth Fee says, I believe in God, not the government. I do too. See, everything that comes out ain't just the government, bro. And everybody, and see, this is what you got to understand. For some reason, and this is why I say there's a misfire somewhere in a lot of flat earthers' brains. A lot of flat earthers think that everything that you believe, that another person believes, that it came from the government. I don't understand where that logic came. Everything that you believe that is in contradiction to what y'all believe, you got it from the government. Where did that come from? How is that logical? How is that wisdom to think that by me saying that the earth is a globe, which it is, I got it from the government? I never said, yeah, man, shout out to the government, man, for teaching me that the earth. Who in the government? What branch of the government? When did the government have this class that taught me this? Y'all just be saying anything. Who taught me in the government? Was it a congressman? Was it the president? Was it the mayor? What branch of government? Was it local? Was it national? Was it the United Nations? What level of government taught me and told me that the earth was a globe? Y'all just be saying anything. Think about that, man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta be smarter than that, man. Y'all gotta be smarter than that. Dean said the Treasury. Well, if you sold out, then I guess it was the Treasury, but I didn't get my check. Where's my check? Man. Come on, man. I'm finna expedite. I got something for y'all. I'm finna expedite this, man. Give me 5 more likes, man. Give me 5 more likes. I don't want to end like this on 95 likes. Come on, man. Truth Fee, where you live at? Drop y'all locations. Where do you live, Truth Fee? What state you in? What city you in? I'm gonna fly you down to Houston and let you debate. Where you live? Where do you live, Truth? Or Alyssa, you want to do it? Come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta be smarter than this, man. Golly. Oh, treaty. Oh man. Not the Antarctic Treaty, man. Oh, have mercy. I love y'all, man. I do. What can I say? JD. What I'm gonna do with him, JD? What can I do, man? Oh gosh, man. Clyde says that's the Nation of Islam doctrine. Well, I mean, part of it. Yeah, the nation don't believe in no flat earth. No real Muslim would believe in a flat earth. Know that. Notice I said real Muslim. You got a few of these cats that have claimed to be, and they run around here thinking that the earth is flat. So, yeah. Man, I can't get them 5 likes. I need them 5 likes, man. Okay, we got Clyde Willis in Dallas. We got Garrett is in Nashville, Tennessee. My brother JD in Funky Town. All right. Hold on, where we at? Y'all didn't give 2 minutes. What's some columns? Eric Dubars. Call him Eric Dubars. Connie is in San Diego. Okay, I guess it's all the shout outs, man. I hate to leave before we get to 100 likes. I hate to get stuck on this 95, man. I'm going to give y'all 60 more seconds. If it's 5 more people in here that haven't hit the like button, let's get to that round number and get to 100 likes. We need 4 more. Yeah. Need 4 more likes. True Fee, where you at? I didn't see your location on here. Can I fly you in? You want to get flued in to have this debate? Appreciate that, Garrett. That's right. Come on, Savage. Need 3 more likes. Give me 3 more. Say, man. Hey, man. God's dummy is in Lufkin. If I could do it again, I would hit it twice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Lord have mercy. But it's the time we live in, y'all. I mean, don't be mad. Don't be mad at nobody, y'all. Don't be mad at nobody. People gonna believe what they believe. But science don't lie. But people do. Men lie, women lie, but science and math cannot. Cannot. 2 more, man. I don't want to leave like this, man. I promise I don't. Now, we ain't going to have it on MLK, Clyde. We can't have it on MLK. We going to have it online where it can be seen, shared, because that's what will separate the men from the mice. When it's time to, when that camera come on, and you got an opposition in front of you that can absolutely destroy those weak arguments you got, and then go. Then that's when you'll see people start. Well, what I was going to say was, you see, the firmament. Everybody can't operate under them kind of conditions. John Mendoza, I appreciate you on the way out. Appreciate the love. That's right, JD. I'm trying to set it up. I can't get nobody. Trust me. I have this in the pocket. Trust me. Because it's easy to speak in the safety of your confines. That's easy. Tell me I'm lying. But everybody ain't built. When the world finna see it, let's see. Let's see. Yes, I'm seeing chat box crickets now. Trying to see it. Man, give me 2 more likes, man. Come on, man. Okay, I need 1 more. 1 more. And I'm out the door. No, truth. I'm not saying you fear. I'm not saying you fear anybody. I'm saying, do you want to do it? I can make it happen. Thank y'all for the 100 likes. You got to stand on it. I don't see it. It's getting quiet. All right, man. I appreciate y'all. We got 102 likes. We'll pick this up. Next time we come on, let's start earlier with this conversation. I hope y'all come back. Because we'll be on here till 4 o'clock in the morning. But now I'm like really motivated because I really wanna. I've been having it in my mind to make this happen for a long time. I know the homie Codeine want to see it. I know the homie JD want to see it. And I want to see it. So I think this was good. This was a good motivating factor to make it happen because now I got an incentive. Now I'm ready. So, all right, man. I appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all later on. It's your big brother K-Rino. Peace.